This BOYA Magic is a microphone under $200. It's not just this, it's a microphone that can do a lot of different things. Desktop, on the camera as a boom mic, noise cancellation, and so much more. That was a plane going by with the noise cancellation on. What'd you guys think? Let's talk about the BOYA Magic. Full disclosure, guys, this video is brought to you by BOYA, but I don't agree to any of these deals unless I try the product and I actually believe in it. And this mic, as I mentioned, for the price point, delivers a lot. You can put this on the top of your camera as a boom mic. You can do handheld like this, but actually has two transmitters. Receiver I can have on the camera, or there's a receiver attached to here, which I can take out and plug to my smartphone, and I can use it in a variety of different ways. The press of a button, I'm now in noise cancellation mode, minus 40 dB. You can also set it to minus 15 dB as well. And the audio quality for having good noise cancellation doesn't sound that bad. It's not as synthetic, it's not as processed. It's gonna give you a pretty good audio, especially minus 40 dB on the noise cancellation. Anyway, we're gonna run it through its paces to see how it performs, and is this the right mic setup for you and your budget? Let's dive into this right now. Now, when you have a mic close to your mouth like this, most mics will sound good because you don't have that much of a distance between your mouth and the microphone. It's gonna pick up pretty much everything. And then once you treat it, it's gonna sound really good. But what about if you're using a mic like this, clipped onto your shirt? Now it's a little bit different because there's more of a distance from your mouth into the microphone, and obviously surrounding noise as well. So how does this sound? Well, this is the untreated portion of this video in terms of audio. I haven't treated this audio whatsoever. This is raw, coming right from this to the camera system. Now, all I have to do is press this button here, and now I'm gonna be in noise cancellation mode. But as you hear, it's still pretty good. Turn it off, as simple as that. It's very small, very discreet, very lightweight. And this is great if you wanna use this for women that are wearing dresses, or men for that matter, because everybody wears everything these days, right? Or, clothing that might be a bit softer. This is gonna be a very nice clip-on or even magnetic mic, because you can do both with this. That's gonna work really, really well. Now, you cannot plug a lav inside of this, it's too small for that. So this is gonna be more for that content creator that's fine to show their mic a little bit, or, kind of be a little bit more discreet, but you still need to have it on you this way. But you have two of them with you, two transmitters, a receiver and a receiver. Plane's coming around me right now. Noise cancellation is on, so do you hear me with the plane going past me? It is very close to me right now versus now having it on. It's as simple as that to activate. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna walk my way down here this way. Just gonna keep on walking through the trees, through the bushes, and we're gonna see how far this goes. I have no idea. I haven't done this test yet because most of the time I don't do mic tests like this because I'm not this far away from the camera. I wanna be seen by you guys and not nothing. But I guess sometimes you may need it depending on if you're doing events or something like that, or whatever the case may be. Everybody's got their own use case scenarios. For me, I pretty much just distance how far I am from a camera. If I can be seen, then that's good enough, but to each their own. So I'm gonna walk back here a little bit more, and I am still facing the camera as I'm walking backwards, but I just wanna make sure I don't trip on any sort of tree branch or anything else like that. And I've got bird sounds around me, sort of outdoors and all that stuff. So I don't know how far I am about from this camera system. I have no clue. I don't have a tape measure. Anyway, probably a good 100 meters or thereabouts. What do you guys think? Can you hear me from here? If you can, it's good enough. I know the distance, they say, I think it's, I'll put it here on the display exactly what it is, but yeah, if you guys can hear me and I'm this far away from the mics, from the camera system, it's more than good. So it has a multi-purpose concept to it, which is really nice, and I like that a lot because, again, this can be a podcast mic if it's on a desktop. It could be on a boom mic, which we're gonna try out next on top of the camera, and then with your smartphone as well. You wanna do TikTok or Instagram videos or any social media content, this is gonna give you much better audio than what comes out of your camera natively. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try it on top of the camera, and we're gonna see with the distance I can get from that camera to give you an idea of the audio performance and all that stuff, and see how it works. Let's get on to it. Hey guys, I'm just in the midst of editing the video, and I realized something, that I had the fan on with the Lumix S1R2, which I was recording all the previous clips. And as a result, the microphone was picking up the fan noise, and that's not gonna give you a true representation of how it performs. So I wanted to give you an idea of what I'm like here in the studio in terms of the audio. Now, my room is not treated, so there is gonna be a little bit of room noise or room echo, whatever have you. But to give you an idea, I'm about an arm's length away from the lens here. It's a 35mm lens. and the mic is right close to the edge of that lens there. So this is a different camera system. There's no fan that's blowing, so this is going to give you more of a true representation. Now, normally for something like this, if I'm going to use this kind of mic, I'm going to vlog, so I'm going to get kind of close up like this. And as you can tell, the audio is pretty good, you know, for the most part. Again, we're always going to treat our audio after the fact to make it sound even clearer and crisper, but it sounds pretty good. But if I move back here in my room, obviously you're going to see that there's going to be a bit of a distance here. You're not going to hear me as well. So again, using the mic on top of the camera, if you know, this is more for close-up situations, not far back. All right? So what we're going to do now is test the BOYA Magic on an iPhone and see what it's like in -40, -15 dB in a mall, which is loud, and see how it performs there. Let's do it. So we are trying the BOYA mic with the Blackmagic camera app here on the iPhone, and this is with no noise cancellation. So this is raw audio. I haven't even treated it, but it's okay. It's not too bad based on what I'm hearing from the phone. But let's see what it sounds like. Noise cancellation on. This is what it's like with noise cancellation. By default, it's -40 dB, which is not something you always need to have it on. That's for the most extreme situations. You can set to -15 dB, which I have to do in the app, so I'll do that and we'll try that out. But right now, this is -40 dB, and this is with no noise cancellation on whatsoever. So again, let me know what you guys think in terms of the audio quality and the AI noise cancellation. Now we're gonna try with -15 to see if we can, you know, we find a happy medium with it. So we're trying this with -15 dB on noise cancellation on this. Now, I'm kind of in this area where there's kind of this rotunda, as you can see here at the Shops Marina Bay Sands, so it's quite loud in this area. So this is gonna be that happy medium from going from -15 to -40. Again, I wish we could have various different settings that we could set by default, because default is -40, which sometimes is a bit too aggressive, in my personal opinion, but everybody's gonna have their thoughts on that. You're hearing the real world samples without them being treated, so you're getting an idea. But yeah, I mean, I think it does the job for the most part, but I think these noise cancellation options in these microphones, they're great to have, but they're there for you if you're in a pinch. But it's always the best to sort of treat your audio in post, use a lot of different tools to really maximize it. But I would say for those that don't know how to do that so much and you want a quick fix, what BOYA has in here does sound pretty good, and at least it will get the audio out there and it'll be clear and legible, and especially in a louder area like this. All right, so I thought I would try this for a second. There's a vocal boost EQ. So I talked about the volume earlier in terms of it being a little bit lower. I wish it was a bit louder. So I want to see how this sounds. Again, I don't know how it sounds in advance of this, so we're going to find out, or you guys let me know what you think when you're hearing this back. Does the vocal boost EQ setting help or not, or is it about the same? Anyway, all these EQ settings you can play with in the app. The app is pretty easy to understand. There's not too many settings that overwhelm you. They've done a really good job with the design of it. And yeah, it works good. So I have no complaints with that whatsoever. You know what I haven't done? Talked about what's inside the kit. Because to me, the most important thing is how a mic sounds, not what it comes with. But now that you've heard the audio quality and it's actually quite good, let's talk about what's inside this kit. All right, of course you get a carrying case. You get 2 transmitters, 2 receivers. One of them is right here. This is a magnetic one. It's a USB-C. You also get a lightning adapter as well, version of that. So you can plug that in there, but it comes in the case. Then you have the receiver that's on top of the camera right now that I'm using with a 3.5 millimeter cable jack that you can use, plug it into your camera system, whatever system you want to use it with that port. And then also you get 2 USB-A to USB-C cables. You have this dead cat that comes on the mic here. You have the phone tip that I was using earlier on the video. Then you also have these little sleeves that go over each of the transmitters that have a dead cat on it as well. So if you want to, get rid of some wind noise, if you're going to be doing some action out there, you're covered. And you don't want the AI to take over, you got an option with that. Also, you get a desktop tripod. And then if you want to mount it to the top of your camera, you just unscrew the top part of that tripod. There's that adapter where you can actually slide into your hot shoe or cold shoe. Then on the side of that part of the tripod, or I should say adapter, you can actually slide the receiver there. So you have this all-in-one encompassing cold shoe, hot shoe adapter for a boom mic, podcast, everything included. So let's talk about the audio for a second. It's 24-bit audio. It's not 32-bit float, but to me, I don't even use 32-bit float for most of my recordings unless I'm in a very extreme dynamic situation, or if I really want to, I know it's going to be very soft audio and I need to boost it up without any sort of distortion or degradation of the sound, then I'll use it. But 80 to 90% of what I record on a daily basis, I don't even touch it, and I get smaller file sizes and it still sounds really good. Now you do get backup recordings on this. As I mentioned, minus 12 dB, which is going to save you, especially if you are worried you're going to clip. This is going to protect you. And also you have protection against clipping and things like that. They're calling it the world's first transformable AI mic system out there. And when you look at all it has included with it, and I'm talking the technology portion, it's impressive, guys. It really is. So I don't know. I mean, look, there's a lot of mic systems out there in the marketplace, and I own a lot of them. I'm not going to say one's better than the other because everybody's going to have their preference depending on their voice, their tonality, how they like to use or record audio. So, but I will tell you that I think, again, for my tonality, I have a much more of a bassier voice. This BOYA mic complements me very, very well. It's small, compact, easy to carry around, take with you on a trip. If you're on the go, pop it onto your iPhone or Android phone, USB-C, start recording, get much better audio quality than you would get out of a phone, and you're ready to go. It's as simple as that. So guys, if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Any questions you have, I'll try to answer those for you. Take care, and I'll chat to you all soon.